Rethinking the Vernacular, The Kampung House Comes of Age by Azlan Adnan. Context in flux, returning to the vernacular in a time of upheaval. As the world navigates through a storm of economic uncertainty, resource scarcity, demographic shifts, and climate unpredictability, our built environment stands as both witness and participant. We are confronted not only by rising construction costs and energy prices, but also by shrinking household sizes and the looming consequences of population decline. Houses designed for 5 now shelter 2. Whole neighborhoods echo with the silence of empty rooms. And just as the digital economy has upended our working lives, so too must it reshape how we think about home, space, and shelter. This essay continues the conversation begun in Designing for Resilience, Architecture in the Age of Disruption, Change, and Uncertainty. There, we explored the need for adaptive design to confront shifting incomes, climate stress, and social precarity. Here, we return to the past, not out of nostalgia, but out of necessity. Specifically, we turn to the Kampung house, that icon of vernacular Malay architecture, and ask, in the 21st century, might it be time for the Kampung house to come of age? What is vernacular architecture, and why does it matter now? Vernacular architecture is not simply an aesthetic. It is a way of thinking, rooted in local materials, climate responsiveness, cultural tradition, and practical necessity. Before industrialization made air conditioning, concrete, and steel commonplace, homes were designed to perform naturally, passively, and efficiently. Vernacular design is inherently sustainable, not because it follows green checklists, but because it evolved through centuries of adaptation to the local environment. As contemporary architects scramble for green certifications and carbon neutrality, the vernacular reminds us that low-impact design is not a 21st century innovation. It is the original wisdom of place. The genius of the Kampung house. The Kampung house is a masterpiece of low-tech resilience. Elevated on stilts, it protects against flooding and promotes airflow beneath the floor. With a steeply pitched roof, made from atap, wide overhangs, and generous verandas, it provides both shading and shelter. Its modularity allows for expansion and contraction as family sizes change. Using timber, bamboo, and atap roofing, these homes demonstrate how local ecology and architectural wisdom can coexist in harmony. Crucially, the Kampung house is designed to breathe. It filters the natural elements, allowing in breezes and light while keeping out heat and rain. It is climate responsive in a way that would impress any contemporary sustainability consultant. Modern misalignment. Where did we go wrong? In our rush to modernize, we dismissed these homes as symbols of poverty or underdevelopment. Concrete replaced timber. Air conditioning replaced passive ventilation. Heavy glazing supplanted deep overhangs. And with it came energy-hungry buildings, uncomfortable interiors, and carbon-heavy lifespans. We now understand the cost of this misalignment, not just in financial terms, but in environmental degradation, cultural disconnection, and spatial inflexibility. Today's suburban homes, often sealed boxes with expensive utility needs, are ill-suited for the economic and climatic realities of our time. Bringing the vernacular forward. This is not a call to copy kampung houses literally, but to absorb their logic into modern contexts. Architect Ken Yang's idea of the built environment as a filter, not a barrier to nature, is aligned with this, as is the ethos of architects like Diabedo Francis Quere and Alejandro Aravena, who design with community, local materials, and resilience at the forefront. The Kampung house offers ideas that can be reinterpreted. Flexible floor plans, natural ventilation, renewable materials, and local craftsmanship. These are not backward-looking features. They are forward-facing strategies for an uncertain future. Modularity, mobility, and the return to adaptability. One powerful insight from the Kampung house is its inherent adaptability. Walls can be repositioned, spaces expanded, annexes added. This kind of flexibility is especially relevant today, when economic instability forces people to convert parts of their homes for income-generating activities, be it an added kitchen for catering or a separate room for rent. Modular and mobile architecture, inspired by vernacular principles, offers a way to meet changing needs without demolishing and rebuilding. The rising interest in tiny homes and prefab structures is not a fad. It is a recognition that agility is a form of resilience. From local to global, vernacular lessons around the world. The Malay Kampung house is not unique in its wisdom. In Japan, the Minka offers similar lessons with its sliding partitions and raised timber floors. In Morocco, the Riad captures breezes through courtyards. In Yemen, multi-story mud brick towers in Shibam are cooling and compact. Across continents, indigenous designs show us that local climate adaptation is a universal human achievement. Global exemplars of modern vernacular architecture, like Kere's schools in Burkina Faso or Aravena's incremental housing in Chile, illustrate how tradition and innovation can work hand in hand. Urbanization, migration, and the spirit of place. As rural populations shrink and cities densify, one might ask, is there still room for the vernacular? Absolutely. The Kampung house offers not just a building type, but a way of thinking. Even in high-rise urban environments, we can apply vernacular principles. Shading, ventilation, community spaces, and climate logic. The spirit of the Kampung can live on in urban infill, co-housing models, or rooftop farming communities. We should resist the temptation to think of vernacular as rural. It is not about geography. It is about philosophy. The Kampung house grows up. To rethink the vernacular is not to sentimentalize it. It is to ask, what enduring knowledge can it offer? How can this knowledge be deployed, retooled, and scaled for the 21st century? Jimmy C.S. Lim, a fellow Aga Khan Award winner like Ken Ying, has long argued that a truly Malaysian architecture cannot be based on imported idioms or styles. It must come from within, from climate, from craft, from community. His homes speak of generosity, porosity, and sensitivity to sight. They are not recreations of kampung houses, but their spiritual descendants. Conclusion: towards an architecture of continuity. In an era of abrupt change, vernacular architecture offers continuity, not of style, but of sense, of using what we have, living with building with care. In this way, the kampung house does not belong only to history. It belongs to our collective future. By rethinking the vernacular, we do not retreat from modernity. We advance, armed with centuries of wisdom and eyes set firmly on the horizon. Would you like rethinking the vernacular? The Kampung house comes of age. These sources reflect both direct inspirations and theoretical foundations for the ideas explored in the article. References: 1. Lim, Jimmy C.S. Towards a Malaysian Architecture. Pedaling Jaya, Penerbit UTM Press, 1998. 2. Oliver Paul ed. Encyclopedia of Vernacular Architecture of the World. Cambridge, Cambridge University Press, 1997. 3. Rudofsky, Bernard. Architecture Without Architects, A Short Introduction to Non-Pedigreed Architecture. New York, Museum of Modern Art, 1964. 4. Kere, Diabedo Francis, Designing for Community, TED Global 2013, TED Talks, /w.ted.com/talks, Francis Kere, How to Build with Clay and Community. 5. Aravena Alejandro, My Architectural Philosophy? Bring the Community into the Process, TED 2014, TED Talks, /w.com/talks, Alejandro Aravena, My Architectural Philosophy, Bring the Community into the Process. 6. Salama Ashraf M. Vernacular Architecture and the Search for Sustainable Solutions in Developing Countries. In Sustainable Development and Planning SIS Vol. 2, eds. C.A. Brebbia and Iberiados, White Press, 2013. 7. Yang Ken. Eco-Design, A Manual for Ecological Design. London, Wiley Academy, 2006. 8. Reed Donald V. Kampung Housing, Urbanism and the Vernacular in Malaysia. Journal of the Society of Architectural Historians, Vol. 53, No. 4, 1994. 9. Hassan Gulam, The Malay House, Rationale and Change. Traditional Dwellings and Settlements Review, Vol. 11, No. 2, 2000-17. 10. Vale, Brenda, and Robert, Green Architecture, Design for a Sustainable Future. London, Thames and Hudson, 1991. 11. Alexander Christopher, The Timeless Way of Building. New York, Oxford University Press, 1979. 12. Rappaport Amos, House, Form, and Culture. Inglewood Cliffs, Prentice Hall, 1969. 13. Tae Kang Soon, The Kampung Vernacular and Architecture of Humility. Southeast Asian Architecture Review, Vol. 4, 2002. A heartfelt light. To every soul whose hand did give, you've helped me dream, helped me live. In darkest hours your light came through, with hearts so kind, so pure, so true. Your gifts, like stars in deepest night, have steered me gently toward the light. Each coin, each word, each silent prayer, a thread of hope, so rich, so rare. My eyes once dimmed now seek the skies, and slowly, clearer visions rise. Because of you, I dare to see the world again, its grace, its plea. Your compassion's flame will not just stay with me alone. It lights the way for others wandering through despair to feel the warmth of selfless care. You've shown what love in action means, in quiet ways through giving scenes. You've built a bridge from soul to soul and made the broken feel more whole. So let this thanks rise like a song, a melody both soft and strong. May your example gently call more hearts to rise to give. To fall into the joy of lifting pain, of planting hope where none remains. Your kindness walks beside me still, a light, a love, a living will.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to show your support.